Hi, and in this video, I'm gonna share 6 simple steps to kiss him like a goddess. Hi ladies, Matt Shaffer here, your empowerment, connection, and relationship coach. As you may know, I'm a former attorney who's committed his life to supporting you and creating the sort of fun, fulfilling, dynamic connections and relationships with men that you are so profoundly worthy of. That's why I love doing these videos, and I'm really excited about today's topic. I'm going to share with you a simple 6-step process that you can use to really activate and inspire a man by kissing him, even if you've never kissed him before. So I'm really stoked to dig into this topic, but before we do, take a second, hit that little subscribe button and that little notification bell. Not only will it get you updated on all the new content that I'm putting out every week, but it really helps me in the YouTube algorithm. It helps this video get shown to more people so more people can have better relationships. So I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget to click that link in the comments and caption. I have created some great content, some great training that's going to make a huge difference in your connections and relationships with men. Ladies, go ahead and sound off in the comments. Let us know, what are your favorite ways to kiss a man? What are the ways that you found to really turn him on and activate him and create that polarity with him? I'd love for all of us to start sharing this stuff in the comments so we can all become better kissers. So kissing, right? What's not to love about it? We all know it's a great way to connect with men and to turn a man on, and hopefully you too, right? But it can be so much more than that. I want you to look at kissing like a dance, a powerful form of physical communication that allows you to truly build intimacy with a man or men that you are looking to get to know. And kissing is a beautiful representation and expression of the masculine and feminine energy dynamics between men and women. Bottom line is, you can create incredible polarity with a man through kissing him the right way. So you might be asking me, Matt, what's polarity? Well, I'm going to give you the definition based upon my personal experience and my working with hundreds of clients around the world. And that is, polarity is when the fully embodied masculine and feminine energies come into connection and create this electricity and dance together in this beautiful synergistic flow with each other. Polarity is how relationships just unfold and expand. And I'm sure you felt it at some point in your life, in some of your partnerships, when they've been easy, when they've been powerful, when you haven't had to force them for them to work and to grow. Polarity is like a delicious tension that exists between you and your partner when he's in his masculine and you're in your feminine, and the two of you are just doing what you've been designed to do energetically. And now I'm going to give you a 6-step process that's going to help you activate that polarity within your man, inspiring him to step deeper into his power and deepen your connection with him. And for each of these 6 steps, I'm also going to tell you what not to do. So really, it's more like 10 or 12 really valuable tips that are going to help you be a better kisser. Buckle up. Let's do this. And step 1 is to invite him to initiate the kiss non-verbally. An important concept in polarity is that the man gets to be the physical driver of the relationship the majority of the time. And kissing is a perfect way to build that pattern and dynamic between the two of you. So if a date or experience with a man is going well and you want him to kiss you, the first step in that process is to initiate him to do it non-verbally. Because here's the thing, if you just verbally ask or invite a man to kiss you, it can kind of kill the chemistry and the polarity. Hello, sir, I would like you to kiss me now. Yo, bro, plant one right here. Would you just shut up and kiss me? My lips are like the Sahara Desert over here. Can you see how, from an empowerment perspective, that might take a little bit of the air out of a man's tires? So how can you invite his kiss non-verbally? One of the most powerful tools you have are your eyes and your smile. So what you get to do is you get to look him in the eyes and smile, right? And then look down at his lips for just a second and then look back up while he's looking at you, right? That's gonna send a powerful signal non-verbally of what it is that you want. All right, and this may not be the most flattering comparison, but it's so accurate, right? Think about when a dog, right, wants to be fed. Like if you have a dog and he's hungry, he's going to look at you until he sees that you're looking at him. Then he's gonna look at his bowl, then he's gonna look at you, then he's gonna look at his bowl, then he's gonna look at you. And again, it's effective, right? Kind of a similar thing. And another powerful nonverbal cue to get a man to kiss you is to be open to him. Open body physically with your shoulders, open body in the way that you're positioning your hips towards him. That's going to let him know, hey, I'm interested, and invite him to come forward, especially towards the end of a date. And this next nonverbal cue always gets me: licking your lips during conversation. If I'm on a date and a woman, is licking her lips, right? I often get that unconscious pull to kiss her because it just feels like it's something that she wants. And this last nonverbal kiss cue might be the best one of all. It's to allow for an awkward pause in the conversation between you and the guy. And yes, this is a classic Seinfeld reference, if you got that. Best show ever, by the way. But sometimes as a guy, especially when we've never kissed you before, it can feel very aggressive, right? To cut off the flow of a good conversation to go in for that first kiss. But by you allowing the conversation to sort of dwindle down a little bit, and then using some of those other nonverbal cues that we've already talked about with your eyes and your smile and your body language, you are basically rolling out the red carpet for him to lock lips with you. And the second step is, once he initiates, you want to meet him where he's at and then slow him down. This is important because a lot of times when a man initiates physical contact or a kiss, he's going to be coming in hot. I'm coming in hot! And if you don't slow him down right away, you're going to miss an opportunity to really deliciously and slowly build tension and polarity with him, and potentially quickly escalate a hookup or a date into a physical space that maybe you're not ready for. Remember, ladies, it's your job as the conductor of the relationship to truly set the tempo and build it up with him to a crescendo of passion and polarity. And for those of you wondering about all the music references, I was a jazz saxophone player for a lot of years, so that's where that comes from. So if he comes in kissing you aggressively, right, meet his lips gently and then pull back a little bit, inviting him to come forward again, but softer. If he's paying attention, he should get the picture. But if he doesn't, feel free to take charge a little bit, and just sort of guide him into how you want to be kissed, how gently you want to be kissed. It may be the brake pump he needs if he's caught up in the heat of the moment. And the third step is to build the intensity of the kiss with different sensations. Trust me, it gets boring fast when a woman has a repetitive kissing style. And I got a story about that, all right? So I was on a date with a girl. We had never kissed before, but we had incredible chemistry. I was super attracted to her. We had this amazing dynamic. And then finally, it came time to lock lips. And guess what? She had one move. She literally would do 2 kisses and then pull away. 2 kisses and then pull away. She was just over and over and over and over again. She wouldn't mix it up. She wouldn't sustain a kiss with me for any period of time. This went on for like 10, 15 minutes. I got so bored and frustrated, and I started to feel like maybe I was making out with a malfunctioning robot, or maybe I'm just in the Matrix and the program is glitched. And I don't know. It just was not a fun experience. So ladies, feel free to mix it up with a guy that you are dating. Feather your lips across his and then press them in hard, right? Pull back a little bit, tease him. There's a little thing I like to call the magic inch, and it's where your mouths are really close to each other but not quite touching. The more you can sort of use that magic inch, it's going to build so much tension and polarity with him. Use your teeth softly. Pull his bottom lip a little bit. I guarantee you that'll interrupt any kissing autopilot he may have gotten himself into. And don't be afraid to use your tongue, but just be sure to start lightly so you can gauge how much tongue he's into. Bottom line is, just get creative, keep things new and interesting, and pay attention to how he's responding. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You just don't want to get into that same pattern of kissing him the same way over and over again. It'll get boring for both of you. And step 4 is you want to use your body to deepen the passion of a kiss. Because here's the thing, it's definitely depolarizing to a man to feel like a woman is keeping him at arm's length while they're kissing, kind of like one of those awkward prom dances. You know, the type of dance where you have to keep your date at arm's length because you don't want the chaperones to get mad at you. Don't kiss a guy like that. It's not a good look. So So if you really want to build heat with him, use your body. Press yourself up against him when your lips are connected. Wrap your hands around the back of his head and then use your nails down the back of his neck, all the way down his spine. That is going to give him goosebumps and drive him absolutely crazy. Don't be afraid to even sway your hips gently against him if you want to let him know that you're turning him on. This is, of course, for a kiss that, is going places, if you know what I'm saying. Just remember that touch is a primary love language for almost all men, so you can't go wrong touching him more. And step 5 is to guide him to kiss your neck. I know that is a sweet spot for most women, but here's the thing, ladies. Men are not mind readers. We don't know if you are open or wanting us to kiss your neck. So be the conductor and give us some guidance. So here's a few fun tricks to direct him to the sweet spot. One way is when you're kissing him, when you're making out, pretend that you have to come up and take a breath, right? And as you breathe in, you'll be angling your neck towards his face. And it's going to be a powerful invitation for him to just go for it. And another almost foolproof way to get him to kiss your neck is to start kissing his ear, which is a huge hotspot for a lot of men. We're going to go through all the hotspots in my next tip. But if you start kissing his ear, it's actually putting your neck right at his face level, which is going to, give him something to do while you're kissing his ear and driving him crazy and turning him on. And if all else fails, ladies, don't be afraid to just grab a fistful of his hair and pull his head down to where you want him to kiss you, whether that be your neck or anywhere else on your body. I know a lot of women are so afraid of being masculine, right, in the bedroom and out of the bedroom that they're unwilling to ever take charge or just show a man what they want. And I'm here to tell you, these masculine and feminine energies that we're talking about, this polarity, it is fluid. So it is okay for you to take control and be the physical driver in a relationship or in a physical situation, as long as you're not there all the time. You don't want to be running his show in the bedroom all the time, but as men, we appreciate it if you take charge every now and again. And the 6th step to kiss him like a goddess is to make sure to kiss all of his hotspots, which may or may not include, right? These are common hotspots for most men, his ears. And I don't just mean nibbling on his earlobe. I mean his upper ear, and most importantly, his inner ear. For a lot of men, if that's one of their things, a little tongue inside of his ear a little bit will absolutely drive him bananas. So try it. See how he responds. See if he likes it, or maybe it's too intense. Either way, go for it. Also his neck, and this might be under his chin or around his Adam's apple, or maybe in the back of his neck, like under his ear. Again, you want to test and you want to kiss different places and then see how his body responds. He's often not going to say anything, but you'll be able to tell from whether he's twitching or squirming or moaning for you. And if you're kissing your way down his body, don't forget about his collarbone, right? Right around his collarbone is extremely sensitive for most men, and even our nipples, right? Women don't really think about this, right? But men's nipples are extremely sensitive and they very rarely get any stimulation in their lives. So you kissing on his nipples and playing with them can be incredibly arousing and often surprising to a man if a woman's never done it to him before. And if you're working your way down his body with your lips, do not forget about his lower abs, right? Because that creates such a delicious polarizing tension for you to be kissing him right around, his breadbasket, but you're not quite there. The skin is very sensitive and it is going to drive him wild. And not just his lower abs, but also down in his inner thighs. This is, for most men, a really magic spot, and it's so close to everything else, right? That it's going to create a sort of electricity with him and a polarity that few other kissing spots will. And that's just a handful of a man's hot spots. So I invite you to kiss a man all over his body and pay close attention to how he responds. Where does he squirm? Where does he moan? Where does he gasp, right? That's when you know, boom, you've hit one of his. Because for a lot of men, we all might have different preferences. So there you go, ladies, a 6-step process to kiss him like a goddess. And trust me when I say it works. Step 1 is to invite him to initiate the kiss non-verbally, using your eyes and your smile, your body language, that beautiful, delicious, awkward pause, and so many other techniques, right? There are many ways to activate a man and invite him irresistibly to lock lips with you. And step 2, once he initiates, meet him where he's at and then slow him down. Remember, ladies, men have a tendency to come in hot, and it's your job as the conductor to sort of reel him in, get him to pump the brakes, and slowly start building that delicious tension and polarity with you. And step 3, build the intensity of the kiss with different sensations. Remember, men thrive off variety, so use your tongue, use your teeth, use different intensities of pressure with your lips, and it's going to knock him out of autopilot and prevent him from getting bored. Don't be a robotic cyborg matrix kisser. And step 4, use your body to deepen the passion of the kiss. Don't make a kiss an awkward prom dance. Get in there, press your body up against him, use your hands, use your nails. Men love touch. It is a primary love language for most of us, and he will really appreciate and be activated by that. And step 5, guide him to kiss your neck or anywhere else you want. Position your body in a way where your neck or whatever you want him to kiss is right there in front of his face. And in the heat of passion, he should go for it. And if all else fails, grab him by the back of his head and pull him right where you want him. He'll get off on it, I promise. And step 6, be sure to kiss all of his hot spots. And remember, those are gonna vary from man to man. Some men, like me, we love getting our ears kissed very deeply and passionately. Other men, they might think it's sensory overload or even that it's kind of gross, right? So it's gonna be up to you to sort of gently exploring different areas of his body and really figuring out what are his triggers, what make him moan and twitch and squirm for you. So think of it like a fun little treasure hunt. So I hope you enjoyed these tips, ladies. Don't forget to let us know in the comments, what are your favorite ways to kiss a man or ways that you create incredible tension and polarity with him using your mouth. And don't forget to click that little subscribe button. It really helps me out and helps more people get access to discover this content. And don't forget to click that link in the comments and caption. I have created some great training that's gonna make a huge difference in your connection and relationships with men. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.